From Parts Unknown, the Shell Answer Man Show, starring Shel Silverstein and me, Joe Julverstein. And now, here's Shelley. Shell, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
I'm doing well. We have a toughie tonight for you, tough question for you tonight. And the question
Uh,
is, the question is, how do you make a telephone? And we will settle for, how does a telephone work?
oh gosh. Uh, oh,
They're paying you big bucks to do this show, Shell.
yeah. I hope you're talking about a landline because,
I am talking about a landline, Shell.
well, because a cell phone,
Those
I
don't
don't know.
even exist. Those are magic.
Yeah, maybe that would be easier. I don't know. Oh man, you did pick a tough one here. Another one of
I,
the
I
inventions.
was always perplexed back in the day that with a can and a string and a can were not fake. They actually had some logic or some sanity to it. Did you understand? Did you understand back in the day that if you had a can and a string and a can, that it actually there was some basis to that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why?
That's
How?
amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. It's just that vibrations can travel through a solid object like the string and
Yeah.
then be amplified again by the can. And really, that's it's probably close to what the telephone is doing, except in there, uh, you isn't there something with magnets that you've got magnet in there and you got electricity and that's creating a vibration there, which is basically what a speaker is. So, a telephone is a reverse of a speaker. So you're speaking into the speaker and it's catching those vibrations, then converting it. I know there's a magnet involved in there somewhere, I think. Am I right? And then that's converted to electricity. The magnetic uh, vibrations. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just making this up as I go along here. But yeah, you got two speakers with a wire between them.
But how does the signal your voice, how does it go from your device? How does it pushed or pulled miles and miles and hundreds of miles and maybe thousands of miles in seconds? How does
Yeah,
that push or pull happen? What is pushing or pulling that signal?
yeah. That's a good question. There's somewhere along the way to go that like that. There's got to be some kind of amplifier somewhere in the system somehow, just like you have with a speaker. So taking that little bit of electricity and making it go. Well, as far as the distance goes, yeah, there's going to be some resistance there, but it's kind of like the instantaneousness is kind of like if you've got a garden hose and you put it's already filled with water, let's say, okay, and you put water in one end, then immediately it's going to come out the other end if the hose is filled. So it's those electrons here in this case with the wire, it's just the electrons. So if you push on, put this, send this electron down the line, okay, on this end, then the domino effect is going to occur, and it's going to push the other one out immediately on the other, almost immediately, not perfectly immediately, but you know,
But
it's pretty darn fast, isn't it?
but it's instantaneous. Why I can understand it pushing an electron long down the way. I can understand the domino effect, but how does this signal, this electron with my voice in it, I guess, get to your device so fast? That's the curious thing.
Yeah, yeah, and then it has to, those pulses or the you know whatever has to be reconverted. So the inverse of what you just did from sound to electricity has to go, the opposite on the other end of it, and transfer it back again into sound. So it's just the same thing on both ends, but just in reverse direction. That's very simplified, I would say. But
Did you ever make a phone growing up or try to?
no, 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 never did that. I don't think I did. Um,
I
no.
I always thought that it was just like a snipe hunt. I've always thought that a cam with a string was just ridiculous and silly, and it's just just acting like you have a phone, and okay, that's great. And but I understood over the years that no, that there is truth to it. And I just said, how?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even now, it's just what? With a string and a can.
yeah. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Well, Shell, what good are you, sir?
No, no good at all.
Hey,
Not on this subject.
up here we have 55 degrees today. What do you have down yonder?
Let's see. We started out at 40. So it's probably up to about 45 or 47, something like that right now. So yeah, it was cold. It was cold this morning. We were looking at smoke on the water this morning.
Oh, and tell me again the high for you today.
I don't even know. I'm not even sure what the high is going to be for me today. Today, my day, weather is not going to affect my day, so I didn't even bother looking. My day is just running around, going places, taking people places, and one of those kind of days.
Uh,
Somebody else's agenda.
somebody else what?
Somebody else's agenda.
So no painting today, eh?
No, no.
Yeah. Today's my day off, and so I'm fancy free. Although I would like to go on a mild adventure. I'm going to say to the better half, I don't want to do decaf today, but what kind of mild adventure can we do?
Yeah. So do you often have this kind of wanderlust type thing where you just feel like you got to get out and do something adventurous?
You could pay me, and I would take minimum wage. You could pay me to drive around, and I
Yeah.
would I would I would listen to talk radio and or I would listen to music. I guess those are the two variations, two alternatives, and listen to the news. And I would just drive because you can find places that you've been a million times, but there are many places, even still, even where you live, that you haven't been. You haven't been down that road. You haven't been down that street. And even if you have, it has probably changed. Of course, it has changed, but how has it changed? And there's a cosmic coolness to that because God is kind of sort of in the mix, doing
Mm,
things and changing things. And it's cool to
yeah.
see his handiwork.
So so you feel like that desire to see more of places you haven't seen and things you haven't seen, maybe due to just God putting that desire in us just to see more of his creation and what we've done with his creation. Do you feel like that's kind of an instinctual thing he's put into us?
That's a justification and an excuse. It sounds like a male husband father excuse, and yet I think it's overwhelmingly true. And I think that women have it as well. And I find that women want to go to these same places, maybe not as eclectic, maybe not as aimless, but it often involves wine and cheese.
Yeah, or shopping.
Or shopping.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Uh,
yeah. So we do compromises. We do adventures with a little wine and cheese on the way, or a little shopping on the way, and everybody's happy.
I'm going to remember that today. Shell, do you know when you're coming up this way?
Oh, the exact date I can't tell you, but it's the very end of May.
Cool. Can't
Yeah,
hardly
not too
wait.
far,
Okay,
not too long from now.
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, Shell, you've been a wonderful star of the Shell Answerman show. We figured out how to make a telephone and operate it, and it's a can and a string and
Maybe.
another can. Well, and throw in some electrons, and you're fast and furious. Thank you, Shell. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Joe.